Yo, this DH coming to you, previewing the Toronto and the Warriors series. Uh, I did a lot of research on the information about Kevin Durant. Seemed like he gonna try to give it a go tonight. Coming off that calf injury in Game 5 in the third quarter in Houston, this is gonna be his first game. I'm interested to see how much the coach is gonna let him play. Uh, what effect it's gonna have on him during the game, because practice is not like the game, and seeing how quickly he can get his legs back under him. I'm also gonna talk about Klay Thompson, which his hamstring injury too. No, he ain't 100% because I had a hamstring injury, so it takes a while for that to heal up to see how healthy he is. I mean, you know how Curry been struggling. He struggled last game with his shooting. He didn't really get engaged in the game till the game was out of reach. And we're gonna see if Toronto can close it out tonight in Toronto. I mean, I think it's if they can win, it's gonna have to be a good effort because the Warriors gonna put up the biggest fight to keep that series alive to get it back to Oakland. So they gotta be prepared. I think Kawhi has to have a good game, especially if they doing a pick and roll and trying to get Curry, try to get Thomas. I always think that you can always attack Curry on the offensive end because he's basically the shortest player on the floor, and if you have a good post player, you can post him and back him down and force the Warriors to double team, and you can move the ball and find an open guy, or you can go after Klay Thompson, who's banged up, who's on one leg, and test his lateral movement, try to post him up. I mean, these offensive guys from the Warriors, you gotta go after them because they is not a deep team. They don't really have a bench to help them. So you gotta try to get Klay in foul trouble. You gotta get Curry in foul trouble and see how Kevin Durant. I think they need to go after Kevin Durant. You gotta test, is he physically prepared for the grind? I mean, you can't just let him just go off for 25, 35 points in his first game. You gotta really go after him and test his endurance. So to me, I think Siakam seemed like he's gonna be on what you on Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, on Kevin Durant. So I think you need to test his lateral movements. Try to get him in some pick and roll situations. Try to make him work. Because the first game back, the Warriors is not trying to play him that many minutes, and he probably gonna have his minutes maximized anyways. So try to get him, try to make him play on our defensive end, and try to move them legs, which he is coming off a leg injury. Try to make him move his legs in that case. Maybe try to get him in a little foul trouble, get him exhausted so they can take him out early. Then you attack the other two guys. And the problem is, after those three guys, Cousins just coming off a thigh injury. He ain't been the same player. I mean Klay been injured. I mean all the starting unit been quite injured, been out at some point. So you can't actually win a series like that. On Toronto side, this is the perfect setup. Perfect setup to get this win. The key thing is, the Warriors gonna come out with a punch. Either you're gonna have to hit them hard, hit them swift with a knockout punch, or the Warriors gonna go come out with a sense of, we need to get this to Oakland. So you gotta be prepared for the key is how Toronto is gonna take that first punch from the Warriors. Can they make these guys work? Can you make those injured players work? Can you find a way to get those guys off the court and make Kerr go to his bench? Since Kerr knows his bench is not good enough to stick with Toronto's bench, or when Toronto go to their bench, they ain't good enough to stick with them. I think for the bench had some good games. Ibaka had a good game last game. I mean, what's that point guard name? Vareed. He's been having good games. He's been defending Curry, and he's been scoring too. So they've been having good games. They've been getting good points off the bench. The key thing is trying to get that starting squad in foul trouble. And to me, I think what actually has hurt the Warriors is they ain't really getting big games from Iguodala or Draymond Green. They both have struggled in the series, even when they were open. I mean, look how many times they left Iguodala open for three, and he's not hitting. He's not that type of player. He's not a three-point shooter. I think he's more of a mid-range type of player. He's not a three-point shooter, and Green really ain't no three-point shooter. He like running the ball up the court and getting his points and dishing out assists. But you look deep in the series, I think he's averaging like 10 points a game. Both of them's averaging like 10 points a game, which is not really good. I mean, after Curry and Thompson, they ain't putting up. They ain't doing well. Like in that Portland series, they was putting up good points. Draymond was averaging about 17 points a game, getting about 10 assists, and they kind of cut that out. I say that's what you do with a player like Draymond. You gotta limit him, because he can really be a pain in the ass when it comes to not stopping him or him trying to rush the ball up court to get you to make mistakes. So we're gonna see tonight. We're gonna see if Toronto can close it out in Jurassic Park. Hopefully they can. Hopefully they handle their business at home and don't give this team any hope in surviving. This is DH. This is the DH previewing the Toronto Warriors series. Make sure y'all comment. Just let me know who y'all think gonna take Game 5 tonight, or if y'all think it's gonna go to Game 6 back in Oakland. So let me know. Y'all can always follow me on Instagram. The description gonna be in the link below. Make sure y'all hit that bell button, so every time I upload a video, y'all know every time I upload a video. So this DH, I'm out.